Samsung has just announced the Galaxy S20 Ultra, and it's an absolute mammoth of a smartphone. We're talking 16 gigs of RAM and a camera with 100 times zoom. It's not just better than any flagship phone they've ever released before, it is a tier above. You could almost call it a superphone. So today, we're answering the big question: does the Galaxy S20 Ultra destroy the iPhone 11 Pro Max? I think the results might surprise you. The first thing you'll notice, putting both these two devices side by side, is the Ultra is an absolute unit of a phone. It's massive. For most people's hands, the iPhone 11 Pro Max is a large device, but Samsung takes that and then adds about 5% more height and almost 10% more thickness. To be honest though, I don't think that in itself is a problem. It's large enough that you can forget about it being a one-handed experience, but as long as you go in with that as an expectation, you'll spend more time gawping at the magnificent display you get than worrying about how you're gonna hold it. But more on that in a minute. What is weird though, is that even though Samsung's phone towers above Apple's in size, it's actually lighter, and I'm gonna be honest, feels a little bit cheaper. While Samsung has actually upgraded the metal they use in their phone rim from 7000 series aluminium to something that's now 1.2 times stronger, Apple uses stainless steel, which has many times the mechanical strength of aluminium anyways. It'll be far more resistant to dents and scratches. Plus, I just like the density of the material. The iPhone's weight just makes it feel a touch more premium. And whilst it is a little early for me to try it myself, if we dropped both phones on their sides, my money would be on the iPhone surviving with far less damage. That said though, whilst it only feels okay, I think the S20 Ultra looks fantastic compared to the standard S20, which visually looks not too distinct from the company's own mid-range phones. This beefy camera module makes the Ultra look, well, badass. When you're holding it, you feel like you're holding cutting-edge technology. I love that idea, but I will say that the design is a little shouty compared to the iPhone. It's got an enormous camera module with text just to highlight its new space zoom feature, but the iPhone is a little more understated, classier. Its matte finish gets instant plus points from me because of its ability to resist fingerprints and avoid that kind of stickiness you can sometimes get with glass. Samsung's camera module is protected by Gorilla Glass 6, but its sheer size means that it's gonna cause major wobble.
You're someone who is passionate about helping others, and you dream of a career that allows you to do what you love. Every great achievement begins with passion and a dream, and here at Gwinnett College, your dreams are within reach. We offer career-focused education programs and
things that you might want to know about. And I hope you remember this short list, because I believe it's especially important if you're even thinking about investing in the promise of this exciting technology. Number one, it's probably going to be bigger than you're even imagining, and that's great for investors. Here's what I mean. You yourself might be skeptical at the moment. Maybe you've been hearing about self-driving cars for years, but haven't seen any proof that it's going to happen. But I know through my sources that dozens of companies are working non-stop on all aspects of getting these cars to mass market. I've ridden in several of them over the past few years, and I know how safe they are. Here's exactly what I think is going to happen. As soon as they become available, people will see a great reduction in accidents and fatalities. Insurance rates will fall as a result. Traffic will become much smoother and commutes shorter. And that's why I see extremely fast acceptance and adoption of this technology. And that's why the time is now to think about investing while skepticism is still high and before short-term oriented Wall Street wakes up to it. Which leads me to point number two. Fortunes will be made. Think back a few years about some of the other life-changing technologies that exploded into our lives, like when the internet hit big with companies like Amazon.
What's up guys, I'm Ben from Authentic, and this is 40 pros and cons of the new Galaxy S20 versus the iPhone 11 Pro. Now I've been using the S20 since it first arrived, that was about 4 weeks ago, but before that I was a daily iPhone user back when they released in September, so that's 5+ months now. Is the S20 good enough to switch me off of the iPhone back into the Android Lite? Well, in today's video, we're gonna find out. Hit that thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm and let's jump right in. I bought both of these phones with my own money. Let's just start rattling them off, beginning with the pros of the S20. Number one, it has USB Type-C like the rest of the world. Come on, Apple, the iPhone is still stuck with the Lightning. Number two, it feels great in hand. It's a little bit less in width, so it's easier to navigate with the thumb. Number three, it's lighter weight, and it feels much lighter in hand, especially over the iPhone 11 Pro. I'll take a lighter, cheaper, and more durable phone over a heavy glass breakable sandwich like an iPhone any day of the week. Number four, I appreciate there's a little screen protector included on the S20, and even though it's plastic and kind of cheap, it's a nice gesture, and I know plenty of people out there will leave it on to help prevent some simple scratches like